right, so you just arrived in Roatan, Honduras. Your boots are on the ground, so maybe you want to start perusing the island before you start making commitments to realtors or looking at specific neighborhoods. In this video, I wanted to talk about the most notable and popular neighborhoods, and in video 2, I'm going to talk about more of the island, more of the hidden neighborhoods that people don't always know about. So we're going to start at the westernmost tip of Roatan, and that is called West Bay. I know we're going to talk about West End right now, but that's not where West End is. So the point of the island is actually a neighborhood called Lighthouse Estates. You also have a turtle crossing. The turrets are all over there. They're actually past West Bay. West Bay is going to be your big marker where you're going to get all of the big hotels. Oh, my little bunny friend. Oh, look. There we go. Oh, baby. After my bunny friend left, that is my little bunny friend that lives in the neighborhood, who is, well, little things, right? So, all right, so West Bay is where all the larger hotels are. Infinity Bay, the Kempton, Henry Morgan, all of the large resorts, the original large resorts, other than AKR, which is in Sandy Bay. But anyway, I digress. Maybe he's gonna follow me the whole time, but let me focus on this video. All right, so after you go past West Bay, you're gonna have another neighborhood. So we're gonna start to go east now. So West Bay is kind of our anchor at the end of the western point of Roatan, Honduras, and the most famous beach that we have. So also very touristy. The other places are not as touristy. So they are quieter, more residential, more longer term rentals, those type of neighborhoods. So, but back to the real estate, when you drive by, you pass the Kempton to Lighthouse Estates, Turtle Crossing, the turrets, all of those areas, you're going to see 3 different architecture styles. The homes range from about 500 to 2.1 is the last one, 2.1 million USD. So that it does range quite a bit. But going back now, we're going back to West Bay, and we're going to start heading east, and we're going to go to an area called the Banks, which is a very large area, and it's in between West Bay and West End. Now you're gonna go up a hill, so you're gonna be able to see the north and south shores, and you're gonna have a lot of roads on the north side of the island, where you're gonna have a lot of homes, a lot of residential homes, really great restaurants, really great bars that I love to access via boat. But you are gonna have a lot of different neighborhoods on the north shore. Not so much on the south shore, except for Keyhole Bay, which is going to be your first neighborhood on your right hand side going east. Then you also are going to have some new condos that are going to be right up on the hill. You're going to have a lot of houses on the hill that have both the north and south shores, which is quite wonderful. As you go down the one main road from West Bay, you're going to hit a T. If you go to the right, you are going to go to Flowers Bay. If you go to the left, you're going to go to West End. So what's nice about this is actually a loop. So if you either way, it's gonna take you to Coxon Hole, which might or might not be a good thing. It's gonna also take you to a ferry terminal, and depending on the day, it might take an hour or so. So we are gonna kind of bypass Flowers Bay right now, because that's gonna be in the second video, because that's more of a one of the more local neighborhoods that is, well, more appropriately put in the second video in the hidden area. So we're going to focus, and we're going to go to the left or to the north. So welcome to West End. So West End, very popular, very walkable to many things. This is a great place, well, second most popular place for tourists, other than West Bay. So it's also going to be crowded. But you have many neighborhoods in here. That is going to be a little difficult to navigate, because there's a lot squished in there. We've done the walking tours. I've not actually taken you through the residential area, so maybe that's what I'll do. But once you get a feel for West End, it would be good to have a realtor or someone that knows the area to show you more of the residential areas, because I'm even surprised at some of the things that I see. It's just, how do they fit all those houses into the splash-in area on that little road? So if you do like West End, there's a ton there. It's I'm surprised at how much can be squished in, and you don't even know that it's there. So now we're going to keep going along. We're going to leave West End. We're going to pass a few more local communities, which we're going to talk about in point 2, but these are the big ones right now. We're going to go past Sandy Bay, which is the location of Lawson Rock, one of the oldest and largest communities in the neighborhood. And it was built over 20 years ago. It's actually where I'm walking right now. So large community with houses and condos. We're going to just keep on going to the east, and we're actually going to veer off on the new road. So we're going to go, there's a little bit of a triangle if you go toward Palmetto Bay and the brewery. It's a neighborhood, well, Mud Hole Road is technically what it is. You're going to take a left after the gas station. And so basically we're avoiding Cox and Hall, but we're going to hit the major neighborhoods. But it's really nice to take that little loop over. And I'm bringing this up because the Palmetto Bay, the Roatan Brewery, Hottest Sparrow, while they're not super popular Hottest Sparrow is not super popular right now, it's also going to be where Margaritaville is. So in about 3 years, well, people are going to be talking about it a lot more. So let's keep going. Some other big properties to note just while your boots on the ground. So once you go through the triangle, you're gonna get back to the main road. There's really not many roads, so you're just taking a little bit of a detour, avoiding Cox and Hole, which is mostly traffic and construction. So you're gonna go around the roundabout, and you're gonna, guess what? You're gonna take a left, because that's all we're doing. We're just gonna go east. The next big neighborhood that of the big note, you're gonna pass Los Fuertes, French Harbor, but your next big neighborhood is going to be Pristine Bay, which is the home of our 18-hole golf course. Also our beach club that now has annual memberships, that has tennis courts, pickleball, pool, lots of pools actually, all the lessons. They've got so many things. We'll talk about that in another video. You also have Coral Views and a lot of other neighborhoods right around there, which are a lot of fun. But Pristine Bay is going to be kind of your next big hub. And then you have Coral Views, Pangea Beach, all of those kind of all similar, and they're technically kind of mid-island, but we're going to keep going east. And then we're going to go to Pineapple Villas, which is the Clarion Hotel. That's another big one that is wide known. Going to continue out east. We're going to go to Parrot Tree Plantation. And this is going to be our first neighborhood on the south side, which is, well, one of the larger developments, one of the more established developments. It's a work in progress, so it is a really nice area. Now it's technically, we are more toward the east side. While we follow through, where you're going to pass Christie's Overlook. That's where I always tell people to eat, because that's where I want to eat, because the tacos are delicious, and it's Tuesday right now, and I missed out on Taco Tuesday. And the birria tacos and that warm, nice roasted pepper salsa. Anyway, can you tell I'm hungry? So just a couple more left as we go through. So basically, when we are blitzing through a lot of neighborhoods, but we are going to talk about those in video 2. We're just talking about the most famous ones. So you're going to just basically keep on going. And the next place you're going to stop is probably, you're going to pass a ton of neighborhoods over here, but you're probably going to stop at Diamond Rock, closer to the East End, or what is considered technically East End. We're going to hit Diamond Rock, a lot of those communities, and you're going to hit Camp Bay Beach, or the Camp Beach area. So we are back on the North Shore. We skipped a ton of neighborhoods, but we're going to talk about those in video 2, which are more the island local neighborhoods, which are, well, completely wonderful, and we're going to talk about those for next video. But that's a nice first step. Those are all easy to get to. It's all right off the main road. You can follow it on a GPS. You shouldn't get turned around too badly. Video 2, well, these are going to be the roads where Google sometimes doesn't have it right. So thanks guys so much for tuning in. Let's talk about the hidden neighborhoods next.